Yeah.
You
All
just couldn't
right, here
tell.
we go. And intro.
Warning. The Loud Spot podcast uses adult humor and adult language in its broadcast. It may be unsuitable for younger audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Also, we are idiots. Please don't take anything we say offensive or to heart.
Oh no! Oh boy! Ah, here it comes! The motherfucking loud spot!
Well, it is that time of year again. Halloween is. You know what? I don't have my headphones on, and I don't think I could put them on if I wanted.
Spooky,
I knew I
spooky
was missing
season.
something. I just didn't know
You
what it was.
you can
slide
put
him
your
up
head.
the neck hole.
Yeah, slide him up the neck hole. Can he even hear us? He
I don't
he
think
probably
can
can't
you?
even.
I can hear you guys.
Oh, I thought
Oh,
this whole time you haven't been able to hear us.
No, I can hear you.
You have been
And look,
responding.
You know what really sucks is I can't even see my notes that I took for the show. Yeah, I gotta like look down.
This is the perfect costume.
So if anyone's figuring out, we are Shrek. We got Jordan, who's donkey up there. Hee haw, hee haw. I'm Shrek. Usually, I last 2 days I've been painted up green, so I'm not doing that. But if you wanted to know what I did look like, here you go. That's what I looked like last night because I finally took pictures last night.
So good.
Yeah, and
That's
then
good.
yeah,
That's
and then
very good.
of course Tiffany came in as Fiona. She
That's
went as
amazing.
Fiona. Yeah,
Y'all killed that. Did y'all win a costume contest anywhere?
No, we didn't because
should
it
have.
was well, I'll tell you why it was. It
was
was
rigged.
that it was the classic rigged. It was the classic, by applause, and so we weren't the sexiest and we weren't the, the
Sluttiest,
popular.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a popularity contest,
Yeah,
but
of
that's
course.
right. We had a good time at the Veteran Social Club the night before when we went out. We went out to a normal one, and of course they brought us up there for that, but again,
I just left a Halloween party as a normal human being. I'm going back as a donkey. This is going to be great.
That's
It's
right.
going to be fun.
You know, that's what's messed up is those costume contests are rigged. Like,
Yeah.
if you go,
Yeah.
like, it's always like if you know the DJ or if you know the people
Yeah.
that if you're like a regular at that place,
Who's
they
got the
clap for
most
you.
people there
It's
with
never
them and
just
stuff
like
that?
the ones I've been to, anyways, are like that.
Yeah. And then, of course, we forgot to mention that Sebastian is ginger. So he's gone as, not the gumdrop button.
Not my gumdrop buttons.
I can't talk like that. I wish I could.
Yeah, we had a conversation about this. He can't do high voices.
That's well, he's got a high voice as it is. I don't understand.
He's got the one tone. That's all he's got.
Yeah, I'm very, what do you call? I'm very like I just sound the same no matter what I do.
You're not monotone though. It's weird. Like I know monotone people, and monotone people just talk like this all the time. And I work with a guy, and I hate it to death.
I used to be able to do it, but I started screaming when I was in a band a long time ago, and I totally screwed up my voice, and it never came back the normal way. This is the way it was.
I just started smoking. That's what I did. So
smoking made me better. Smoking helped my voice.
No, it made it more sultry.
Just to let everyone know, disclaimer: don't smoke to make your voice better from the loud spot. Also, share, follow, comment.
Yeah, that's right.
All that shit.
I don't. We were supposed to talk about favorite Halloween stories, and I'm trying to think of a Halloween story, and I got
a great one. I got a great one off rip.
Go ahead.
This year happened last night. We went trunk or treating. Jeepers Creepers, where a bunch of people with Jeeps.
Right.
I knew it was coming off.
It's coming off.
I knew it was coming off. All right. We go to Jeepers Creepers last night, right? And besides people cutting in front of us and being pieces of trash human beings,
right.
There was this lady. Oh my God. I feel so terrible for this. There was this lady who was hunched over, and like, I swear it was a person in a costume. And like my wife, my guitarist and his girlfriend all look over at it and stuff like that, and they're like, Jordan, that's a real person. And I was like, there's no way. I saw separation at the neck where the mask is, right? It's this old, disheveled, decrepit lady. And no, she turns around and I see her start talking, and like the mouth is moving and everything like that. And I was like, oh my God. Like, and I was loud about it because I'm a loud person. And I was like, that is a great costume. Oh my God, blah, blah. People around me hear me and stuff like that. And then I was just like, everybody just immediately started ripping on me. Like, you thought this old lady was like, I swear to God, it was a costume, but it was not. It was a real person.
So you thought this old lady was dressed, or there was a person dressed up as an old lady.
Yeah.
At a trunk or treat.
Yep.
Which is usually conducted by churches and old people in general because they don't want you knocking on their doors, whippersnappers.
Mm-hmm.
This is new age though. It was young people, but this was.
You know what? I will tell you. My first introduction to the trunk or treats was in the Midwest, living out in Illinois.
White people in churches.
White people in churches in a church parking lot. Probably 100%. About 40, 50 cars. And it was so easy for us parents, man. You just take your kids, you just start at one end and
just get a line. That's what they do with these Jeepers Creepers thing, man. It's just trunk or treat.
I don't like it though. I'm not a fan of trunk or treating. I've never taken my kids trunk or treating because I don't go to the churches. Maybe I went once, but it takes away from Halloween. And I think there's way less people that go trick or treating nowadays than
well, there's a reason for that.
Yeah, poison in the candy.
No.
Just going to people's houses. I don't want people coming to my house. There's a lot of us like me.
I want to talk about when I was a kid and growing up. As I say that I was about the age of 12, 13. We lived in the hood down in Yuma, Arizona, kind of the bad part of the neighborhood, all rundown houses, trailer parks, those kind of things. And I can tell you as a kid, there's a reason why people don't go trick-or-treating anymore or letting their kids alone go trick-or-treating. It's because of douchebags like me who decided to get with other bullies, I guess you can say. And I wasn't even a bully at that time. But yeah, we were out, bag snatching and scaring little kids and just grabbing bags or cutting the bag at the bottom and just letting the candy just fall out as they walk along.
Oh my God.
You did that?
Yes.
Oh,
wow.
1 year. Let me tell you what. And at the end of the night, I felt like the biggest piece of shit. I should have. And I was like, this isn't me. But I was heavily influenced by some bad boys in the neighborhood and thought, I'll follow along. And yeah, you know what? I will never, ever do that again. But that's the reason probably why people don't allow their kids to go trick-or-treating is because of douchebags like me. And I'm amazed you didn't do that, Sebastian. You seem like you were the type.
No, I'll do that. No, I don't. No, I don't seem like that.
I was a piece of shit when I was younger, but god damn, I never stole candy from people.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That was part of the fun, though. Wasn't that part of the fun as a kid is not knowing if you're going to get your bag snatched? Like, I don't know. I went with my girlfriends a couple times when I was younger. My parents, of course, took me out until I was at a certain age. Right. But my candy never got back snatched. I think I worried about it one time. And then one time I said I was going trick-or-treating with this girl, and we just went to the park, and I think made out the whole time. I mean,
my mom would have beat some little kid's ass if they tried to take my candy bag, bro. My mom was a monster. There was no way it was happening. She would have beat some little kid's ass.
Well, how old did you guys up to start? Did any of you guys ever go trick-or-treating alone with your friends?
I don't think I did.
I did. Did you? A couple times, but I was older though. I wasn't like 10. I was probably like 13 or 14.
Yeah, I was probably like 13, 14, maybe 12.
And then but then you got to stop at like 16, right? Like how old's too old to trick or treat?
That's a good question because
brother, I could have put a costume on and got candy last night. I don't think they cared to that trunk or treat.
No, they don't.
I think I'd have held out a bag and be like, candy. They'd be like, yup.
Yeah,
and they don't know how old you are if you're wearing a costume. I mean,
exactly.
You could be a tall
I
kid,
saw this. I saw a person in a Garfield costume. And then like they were with another person that was an adult, and like this Garfield costume was taller than me, so I assumed it was another adult. No, it was like two adults standing in line just by themselves. I was like, that's not a kid in there. There's no way that's a kid in there.
Just if you want to get that diabetes, I mean that's what you got to do. You got to get that candy. I think
you got to get some of that candy. You got to lose a foot for it.
You guys remember how when we were younger we could eat that candy like all night long?
Yeah,
no problems with that.
Not now.
You can't do that this age.
Brother. Up until about 5 or 6 years ago, that's what I did. That's why I was 400 pounds.
I mean, I'm guilty of. I used to kind of take the good candy out of the bags, when I went to go check it for bad stuff. Truth is, I was taking out all the good candy like the Snickers, the Kit Kats, the Reese's, all the chocolatey stuff, or maybe some of the. I'm a big fan of Twizzlers. I don't know why.
See, okay, so I have a thing against Twizzlers, and I'll tell you why.
What's wrong with you, Sam? You like fucking Twizzlers, man.
Yeah. back snatching, Twizzler eating. We don't know them anymore. We don't even know. Who are you?
Weed. I smoke weed and don't even eat Twizzlers. Ew.
You know what? You know what? What I do like. I have a thing for red vines. I love red vines. When I eat a red vine, it makes my mouth just feel really good. I don't know what it is about it, but I fucking love it.
What the fuck is a red vine?
It's it's a generic knockoff of Twizzlers.
No. Twizzlers a generic knockoff of red vines.
Sure. You want to look at it.
Red vines is probably a knockoff, but they don't taste the same at all.
No,
I swear to God, if I try red vines and it's a Twizzler, I'm coming at you.
Okay. No, they look like Twizzlers, but they're thicker and longer, and you normally buy them in a big like circular tube.
So wait, they're thicker and longer, and you like the way they feel in your mouth?
Yeah, that's exactly what he's saying.
Twizzler's not girthy enough, baby.
He likes that girth in his mouth. That's right. But the red vines, I did find out, and because I don't like red vines, and I don't like the texture and the taste because it's made out of like
waxy
flour. It's flour. Yeah, it's made out of flour versus like a more gelatinous
gelatinous
thing. That
Twizzler is plastic. That is cherry flavored plastic.
I probably wouldn't put it past the.
You could build a bridge out that shit.
Red vines are also known for their black licorice because they have the regular flavor and they have the black licorice flavor of the red vines. And
a lot of people shit on black licorice. I kind of fuck with it.
I like it. Mike and Ike black licorice. That's my.
I'll fuck with it a little bit.
I love Mike and Ike's
in
general.
Yeah,
Mike and Ike's is good.
Yeah.
I don't go out looking for black, but I like black licorice. If it's there, I'm gonna try.
Wait, are you saying you don't like to go out and look for black things?
I like looking for the black long ones. They're not girthy enough for me. I need a
dude. I was at the Frontier City with the family last weekend, I guess, and they had like little areas where they're handing out candy. So I grabbed.
Just for our listeners, Frontier City is a theme park.
Six Flags.
Oklahoma.
Yeah,
it's
Six
Flags in Oklahoma City on the north side.
To be fair, Six Flags buying auto shits.
So, they have this thing for like kids, and so they were handing out candy. So I decided to grab a Starburst. You know the little ones you get on Halloween that have the two pieces in them.
Yeah.
I opened it up. It was fucking one yellow and one orange.
Oh, no pink ones.
Fair deal. That's a fair deal.
That should be a rule with Starburst. You have to at least have a pink or a red one in every pack. That should be a rule. That should be a rule.
Yeah, or you could buy the one that actually has all pink in it.
They do have that.
They make those now.
Yeah, I know, but it was free.
I fuck with the orange ones though, but like the yellow ones, that's the worst. That's the weakest link for sure.
I got a funny story. I do got a funny story. So I was actually in Oklahoma City.
Where you live?
Where I live. And well, it could have been in California. It could have been a long time ago, but So this kid comes knocking on the door. It's Halloween, and Sam, you remember you met my buddy Tom, right?
Right.
So Tom opens the door. The kid's not even dressed up for Halloween. He's just dressed in his regular clothes.
Right.
And Tom goes, "What are you supposed to be?" And the kid's a Mexican kid. He goes, "I'm supposed to be a Mexican." And started like running and like grabbed the candy and ran off. Do these kids around you like in like the Mexican areas? They don't dress up for Halloween. A lot of them just go.
I don't know why. All they got to do is grab like a gardening tool from the shed, and then bam, there you go. Just go as a gardener, or just grab a bag of oranges and be the freeway orange.
Oh God, racist.
That's awesome.
We are
a hell of a costume.
Hey, let me tell you what.
If it's a Mexican doing it, it's not racist, right? But if I can't brown face and do it.
Well, you can't go around and carry a shovel.
Wait a second,
and roof shingles and say you're Mexican for Halloween because that would be racist.
That's very true.
I'm gonna go.
Can you blackface on Halloween?
No.
Really?
If you're white. Never.
If you're
you can never blackface, not even on Halloween.
Well, okay. So here's the biggest.
I'm really close. I'm gray face.
I know.
Okay, but what if you're going like as Kobe Bryant?
I know that's what always been the argument here lately. We've become this culture that I saw one with the Stranger Things. You know, there's that one black kid, right?
Yeah.
And it was someone's parents decided it was okay if their kid went blackface and put on, like an afro and stuff like. And it's funny in the picture. There's another kid like looking up at him like, "Are you serious right now?" Like, I just can't believe that the parents let that walk out of the house.
Someone's gonna get super offended by that.
It's because he was a kid. That's why they were like, it's okay. Yeah. Nobody's gonna get mad at a kid.
You know, and
Right.
probably a white person that got mad too.
Yeah, you're right. It's probably some
More
white
than
person that's
likely.
gonna. Where there's actually a cool story from our veteran organization. There's a black guy. His nickname is Bullet, and he's in a wheelchair. So Bullet, if you're listening, I know you're listening. He's gonna love me sharing this story. So he decides to show up last year. This was before I showed up here, and they were telling me a story that Bullet showed up painted white face. He was all painted white
Oh, that's
face.
awesome.
And remember, he's in a wheelchair, so he's like, "What the fuck you guys gonna say to me? What are you gonna say to me?
Wait,
I'm black, white faced, in a wheelchair. What are you gonna say to me?"
I think whiteface is okay. I don't think society has a problem with whiteface.
No, apparently everyone in the bar and everyone thought it was absolutely hilarious because Bullet pulled this off. Now, Bullet, he also does riding with veterans, like horseback riding and stuff like that, and takes them out. Yeah. So he does a lot of therapy rides and stuff like that.
Wait, he rides horses without the use of his legs?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That
guy's a Marine. He finds a way. That's how.
Shit.
So
well, you strap onto the horse, I guess, right? You just kinda...
Well, he's got I think he has a special ramp that he gets up onto and like that, and then he's.
No, I mean, like every time I've ridden a horse, they've told me you have to do shit with your legs, like squeeze them, let them know. Okay.
I think he has a horse that's specially designed for him.
Just for the pulling on the reins and stuff.
The horse is specially designed, or he probably has some
specially trained. That's what I'm trying to say. Specially trained. God, this show's gonna get canceled.
God designed this horse. God designed this horse just for you, Bullet.
If we're gonna get canceled, what about these people that like you can't dress as Indians? Like if you're white, you can't be don't take my culture.
That used to be a thing, though, right? You used to be able
people really think that.
Yeah,
like, what if you want to be a pilgrim? Or well, no, that's already happened. We're white.
Is that racist to be a pilgrim now?
No, I doubt that. I just meant because you could be pilgrims and Indians and stuff like that. Yeah. But like people got mad when Indian girls were dressing up as Indians or boys were dressing up as Indians. There's other things too I'm not thinking of at the moment.
Remember wasn't there a football game where the kid dressed up as like an Indian and everyone got like mad at him because he painted his face half black and half red or some shit?
Right. It was the Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Wow.
And then on top of that, to make it even worse, no one knew the kid had actually indigenous in him, Native Americans. So
it doesn't even fucking matter.
Everybody at the game was loving it. It's the people on the internet that were being bitches about it. They were like,
I'm surprised they haven't canceled the Chiefs' name. They're canceling everyone else's freaking names. I'm surprised they're not.
They changed the Redskins, right? It's just Washington now, right?
It's the Commanders.
Yeah.
Washington Commanders. Okay.
Which is fucking stupid. Sounds like a freaking hockey team.
All right. Well, let's take a quick break before Sebastian loses his mind because he's going down that road to where he's
doing it. We're going there tonight, baby.
He's gonna start getting irritated. We'll be right back after this.
All right, here is a sensitive topic that people go back and forth on. There's been a lot of controversy about the Menendez brothers. I have been watching that show Monsters on Netflix, which I don't know if you guys watched any of that.
No, I don't have Netflix.
Yeah, we just took our subscription off.
I gotta take it.
It's on and off.
Hard to even have a thought. Well, it's hard to have it's hard to have a thought.
You know what? You know why his thoughts radiate from the inside and kind of bounce back to his head, and he don't like that. It's just like
there's too much room in there.
It's thought claustrophobia for him.
Yeah. So so I've been watching the Menendez brothers, and I guess the DA is recommending a retrial,
right?
For them. I don't know when that's going to be. And they're saying they could be released and just get time served. Right. So here's the controversy about it: is they did commit the murders. Yeah. They did commit, no matter how bad your fault. Now I don't know if you guys know what they're saying about the dad. I guess he was like molesting them and
shit
like that.
Abuse. Just abuse in general.
Yeah.
Now the kids, when they did this though, they weren't kids. They were like out of high school. I'm pretty sure they were like 21 and 19 or something.
No, they were like 20s.
One was in the 20s.
Okay.
Yeah. Like 20 or 19 or something like that.
Yeah, so you had to wait it
at the time.
Were you born yet? Yeah, you were born. What year did they do it? 1995, 1996.
Yeah, I was like 13, 14.
Okay, I was like 10,
yeah.
So I don't know. They did commit the murders. Are they a danger to society? Probably not, but they were fucking raped and molested and shit like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So who knows what's going on in their head if they get released. And so do they become a danger? Like, what do? Do you give them a retrial or do you just fucking keep them in prison?
Well, the question lies with what was their original sentence? It's double life in prison or something like that.
Yeah,
I
they're
think.
definitely life without possibility of parole, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, they committed the crime. So yes, they were abused. They had a right to defend themselves, I guess, in that situation. And I think it's only because we've come up now with people who are getting off scot free, like the Jodi heiress. That bitch did it on purpose. On top of that, and she
Yep.
got away. But there are people out there that's been,
Casey Anthony got
taken.
off of hers, didn't she?
Yeah,
She wasn't ever proven guilty though either. She was
Yeah.
proven. It was her
reason
trial was not. There was a not guilty verdict.
it was a hung jury. Yeah, they couldn't.
Yeah.
They were in the middle. But with these guys, they were proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. They committed the crime. So why can't they just stay in there? I don't understand, because now we live in a society where it's like, oh, you have a right to defend yourself. And I get it. I really do. But it's like, do we go back and look at all those cases from the 90s, the 80s, the 70s and say, oh, okay, you guys, time served?
Would we be
Let-
having this conversation if Charles Manson was still alive? Because
Exactly.
I mean, like, he didn't even commit the murders, really, right?
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, but they're like, oh, he was in charge of it. He made them all crazy. And
I don't think Charles Manson should have been free by any means whatsoever. The man was a
Right.
fucking psychopath. But
Right. You know what?
to be
He should have
fair,
made that music. That's what I'm saying.
With the
dude,
Beatles?
his music is so bad.
Yeah,
Have you
it's
seen
really
this movie?
bad. No, I haven't
No.
seen this movie.
Oh,
Wait,
a
he has
movie.
Charles Manson made a movie.
It was like claymation Charles Manson of his life or something like that. It had a lot of his music in it. Oh,
Wait.
Live Freaky, Die Freaky. Check it out. It's awful.
Okay, where's
Awfully
it?
good.
Awfully good. Live
Yeah,
freaky,
it's
die
wild.
freaky.
Live Freaky, Die Freaky.
Yeah, just
I hadn't
just
thought about
watch
that
out
in
when.
years. Weird.
Yeah, just watch out when you search that, Sebastian. You might get
Yeah.
the wrong one. You might get the porn version or something.
I might not mind that version. Also, I
Yeah.
might watch
Yeah,
all the I might watch all the versions of it. I don't know.
I'm checking them all out. But yeah, it's not fair. Like other people's cases should be checked out if we're doing that. Like,
Yeah.
how many other cases are we going to reopen? This one because it was a famous trial that we're gonna give them a
they're
chance now.
rich kids. I mean,
What if some other kids did it and like they weren't as famous? Now they're sitting there like, what the fuck? Where's our trial? Like, why
Right.
can't we get out?
Well,
Like-
that's going to cause. I bet you it's going to cause a wave of petitions
Lawyers.
from people trying to
Yeah.
reopen up their trials, because if they get out, there's going to be a lot more people are going to. And remember, they're in California.
Joe
too.
Exotic's gonna
Right.
jump on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
He's been screaming "Free me" forever.
Well,
though.
see, that thing
Yeah.
is, they killed the parents. They were sitting there watching TV. If the movie Monsters or the show
Accurate.
Monsters is accurate, they were sitting there watching TV. They come with shotguns and just shoot the mom and the dad.
Yeah.
So they weren't. It wasn't like he was he wasn't defending himself at that specific.
It
moment.
was premeditated murder.
Yeah.
Yes,
They thought
100%.
about it. They planned it out. So
They
yeah,
definitely
I agree. I think they should not reopen this. Yes, it is sad, and we do live in that day and age. But I just don't. It's gonna clog up our court system more so than it already is.
Before you said that, I really thought, I was like, man, they should release them. But now that you say that, I'm like, yeah, that's a pretty good point.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't.
pretty valid.
I go back and forth on it, to be honest with you, because think of this. They also killed the mom, who the mom didn't do anything except for not say anything.
Yeah,
she
she
kind of
kinda
just idolized their
Defended the
dad.
Yeah, she defended the dad. So
And that's why they
just kinda
killed her.
stood by while he did it.
Well, they didn't want any
Witnesses.
They had to kill. Yeah, they didn't want any witnesses.
Yeah.
So, but
I'm saying she stood by while the dad did all that. Like, so I
Yes.
mean, and just didn't care. So I mean, yeah, I guess she had to die too. Honestly, about that. Don't do nothing. That sounds morbid. I know.
Right,
but
I was like, God damn, donkey.
Pedophile should fucking die. Like 100%.
Yeah,
100
you're
times
right.
over.
Yeah.
Yep.
If that gets me canceled, fuck your face. Like because that's 100%. Pedophile should definitely die. I don't think anybody should die, but except for that, 100%.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Well, I think a lot of people are gonna go with they need to get out of prison, and a lot of people are gonna go they don't need to get out of prison. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. My bet is that they're gonna get out. My bet, there's so much push from Netflix and all these celebrities now, and the
Probably.
Kardashians sticking up for them and all
Right.
this shit. And the judge said I was considering it, and now
Right.
it's like the DA's recommending a retrial. That already tells you society and the court system's going towards their release.
All I gotta say is don't if you people out there that want them to get out free and they commit a crime years down the road, a heinous crime, like that Jodi Arias did. She ended up killing someone else or hurting or something along
Really?
those lines. Yeah. She ended up getting in trouble again. O.J. Simpson, you let him up scot free, and look what he did. He went and robbed people, and to get his stuff back. In his defense, it was his stuff.
But still, he's still robbing.
But the point is if they do something bad later on down the road, how are you going to feel then? If they take someone else's life and for whatever reason we don't know, then I'm going to say, yeah, that's what you get.
All those people are just going to be like, whoops. That's all it's going to be.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, that's it. Because
they're going back to jail now where they should have been. So
the whole time.
The whole time.
Let them out.
And then no guilt, no nothing like that. And then I'm sure we're all guilty of it, where we made a decision like, it's against our better judgment, and then later on it turned out, and we're like, yeah, we should have freaking stuck with the original plan. But yeah.
1,000 times. That's life.
I do less of that the older I get. You know, those are meme I saw on Facebook where if you can go back and change your past for $10 million, or would you, if you can go back, would you change your past or would you take the $10 million? It was like an ultimatum. Right. And, you know, I would say I take $10 million. Why would I want to go back and change my mistakes? Because I think your mistakes make you who you are today. Yeah, that's how you've learned. You've learned from your mistakes. And so you become a better person. Like Sam doesn't go stealing candy bags from kids anymore. You know, he stopped doing that. But if he went back and changed his mistakes to where he didn't do that, now doesn't have that memory of it, he might want to see what it's like again.
Yeah, and honestly, stealing bags of candy that year changed my outlook on Halloween and doing bad things. Just like when I was 7 years old, I stole a candy bar, got caught. Changed me ever stealing anything for the most part. Again, I was pressured by the homies in the trailer park, I guess you can say, to go do this kind of stuff, and I was poor, so and I was fat, so fat, poor, hungry, all those kind of things.
I'm getting that
Sorry,
Snickers
little
bar.
kid. I'm getting that Snickers bar. You better believe that.
But yeah, your past makes you what you are and all that. Like the people you meet and stuff. Like my wife was like, "Why didn't we meet sooner?" and all this. I'm like, "What if we did? I'd have been a shitbag. You wouldn't want.
Exactly.
You would have met me. I mean, I'm still a shitbag, just not as bad to her."
Right.
Yeah.
So I would take $10 million, and
100%.
I'd be a lot better off with it, anyways.
I wouldn't have my kid, bro, and I love the shit out of that motherfucker, man.
See?
I'd take the 10 mil.
But most of the people in the comments, almost everyone was saying that they would change their past, and I was like, "You guys are fucked up, man. You guys have done some really fucked up shit."
Probably.
I was like, "Give me the fucking money, dude."
Probably. Have you ever came across someone that has that attitude, and you're like, and doesn't even see what they're doing or how they're acting, and then you start to wonder, like, if this is the way you are now in your 30s, 40s, I could only imagine what you were like potentially back in your teenagers when, I mean, or they were the exact opposite. Who knows? I mean, I wasn't there, so. You know, I always assumed Sebastian was the worst kid in the world. And then he tells me all these good stories.
Yeah, I was a good kid.
So he was beaten a lot, apparently. I think that's what happened. Manny took that whip to him, or should have. Anyway.
That's what made me a good kid.
Nah, I never really got in trouble. I never skipped school. I think my sister did a couple times. I never really like drank or anything. I didn't smoke pot. I was literally I was friends with everyone.
What happened?
I don't know. I'm still friends with everyone.
Bro, 16 to like 25. That was just primetime shitbag me. That was
I became more of a shitbag, I think, in my 20s probably. And I started drinking the problems. I started going to the bars at 21.
Yeah.
I like to say I was a shitbag in my teenage tween, I don't know what the fuck you call it, the 10, 11, 12. And then it wasn't until, you know, I joined the Marine Corps and I just changed after that. The day I graduated high school was the way I was for the rest of my life.
I just want to say, poor Jordan, you know, Sam's not wearing his green face. I took my mask off because it's hard. And Jordan's like straight up.
I'm committed, baby. I'm with it.
Jordan went.
I forgot it was on.
Yeah, great. Now you reminded him. So
you know, gingerbreads have brown face, and I have a brown face, so it kind of works out.
Well, when we decided this, I thought Sebastian would cut out the middle at least, like,
and just have his face out of it.
Yeah, but
that'd have been great.
Yeah, but he would have ruined the costume. So
Yeah, it'd have ruined
you
it.
wanna
It'd have ruined it.
Keep that going here.
Yeah.
I love it. It's just I don't know where my microphone's at. I can't really see out of it too well.
Yeah.
I can't
No.
look at my notes. So I'm like, and then it's just hard to have a conversation wearing the mask or whatever. What's
Now,
not a mask? What is it? Like
we-
just what would you call
cover
that?
a hood.
Yeah.
Face
hood.
cover.
Yeah, face cover.
A
Now we
head
did
cover.
we did suggest to Sebastian him going as Lord Farquhar. Instead, he went as Farquaad, or as I say Farquhar.
Farquaad, yeah.
But
It's supposed to
didn't
sound like
do it.
fuckwad.
Yeah, fuckwad.
Yep.
But now, granted, the only reason why I made this suggestion because I was and myself and Tiffany were already going as Shrek and Fiona, so I was trying to kill two birds with one stone, trying not to.
I bought the gray shit, the gray face stuff. Like I was just gonna do the nose and the ears, and then I was like, wait a second, I got some shit like fucking yesterday.
You make a good donkey, dude. I'm surprised. I mean, you went all out. I did not expect that much of you.
That's why I did it. I was like, nobody's gonna, my wife and them don't know I'm coming back as a donkey, like to the party. Yeah, it's
now last year I went all out with the mystery box from Mario Brothers. We went as Mario Brothers.
That was cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah. Sorry guys. Just picture me green. We'll put green screen on me or something like that.
There you go. Just green
we'll
overlay.
All right, let's take a
You
quick.
can still see my red button or whatever that is. So we're
No, you should. What you should have got is one of those like the what is the ones that are like stretchy face. They're like the no man face. Have you seen those things?
Oh
like
yeah.
Like if they would have made a gingerbread like that.
Which reminds me, there's a P Diddy one out there that's hilarious.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's P Diddy's face. It's like a hood, a stretch
pantyhose,
like pantyhose, and it's
kind
P
of
Diddy's face, and it looks exactly if you put a hood over it and some glasses. Oh my god, I've already ordered it.
That's awesome. It goes Diddy.
Yep. All right, let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this.
Remember, if you want to listen,
I want you guys to just kind of stand around him.
Yeah.
And I want him to move.
Remove. Okay, there we go. Remember, if you want to hear the songs, go to our audio version. We do not play the songs on YouTube. And to be honest, I didn't. I like the song. Music video, I thought was a little bit cheesy.
Yeah, it was. They're like line dancing and stuff like that. What's going on?
The thing about the line dancing, they weren't even like on, like they weren't together. It wasn't in sync.
Oh.
It was just. I bet that was a last minute idea. That they let's get everyone here and do a line dance. It was. I bet
you Redefine could do a better line dance than that one.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, and then
I used to like Amberlynn. That was kind of sad.
Yeah, it wasn't a good song.
There was a guy on the roof that was like humping the air. Like I was when the singer was. It seemed like they were trying to be a little silly or something, but just I did like the song. It's not like my favorite song I ever heard, but I just thought the video
was catchy.
The song was catchy.
It just sounds like everything you hear on Octane almost though.
Why do everything sound the fucking same, man? All these songs sound
my wife
the
was
same.
playing a song yesterday and it was just like I was like, who's this? And she named him and I was like, God, I thought it was this band. Everything is fucking John, chicka chicka John. Like almost every fucking thing.
Welcome to my world. And when I listen to you guys' music, when you send it to me, and then you get mad at me because I was like, it just doesn't do it for me.
We have no Juns.
No. I'm not saying. I'm not saying.
No. I'm just saying. I'm clarifying that for the public. Not I know you know. I'm just saying we don't. Our shit is not basic. I mean, it might be some wise, but
it's different. Listen, I was listening to Octane. They had the Octane test drive where they played 3 songs, and then you vote you go on Instagram or wherever the fuck you go to vote. I don't even know where to go to vote.
All of them were the same.
Dude, the only one so there was 3. The first 2 were like they sound like they could have been the same exact band. Okay, the last band they played song was not great, probably the worst song of them. But I didn't vote, but I would have voted for them because at least they sound different. They kind of have a little more of industrial.
Dude, the people on the internet are calling it Octane Core now. That's what it all is. Octane Core. Well, I saw it today and I was like, I love that.
Well, the Russian band that was on there, they kind of sound a little bit different, right?
The Major Moment.
They're a little bit different.
They're like Major Moment is like a mix between old school old school Linkin Park and Skillet kind of.
That's cool.
Yeah. I see that.
I can tell you who's band's gonna be on Octane anytime soon, and that's As I Lay Dying.
Oh yes.
I didn't even know that guy tried to kill his wife. Like
I almost segued this earlier when we were talking about but I was like, wait a second, we're not talking about this yet. But it was when we were talking. Oh shit, we were just it ran together very well, but fuck it. It was yeah, that's fucking wild.
Well, you ruined this segue. That's
Well, you're welcome.
Good job, donkey.
You're welcome. We're gonna cut this whole part out.
Nope, I'm definitely leaving it in. I'm definitely not cutting that out.
Dude, Sebastian does that all the time. Anyways,
Fuck, so who cares about segues,
No,
man?
no one cares about
This shit is wild with this man, bro. Like 3 people dropped him, and we're like,
and their tour manager,
And their
It was
tour
the
manager.
one of the drummer, or the drummer, one of the guitarists, the bass player, and their tour manager. Are they all left in the same week? And they all, you know what? They all put similar things on their social medias, though. So they
How's that?
appreciate all the fans. Like they all said the same shit. And I'm like, why? Everyone just. I mean, the dude did try to kill his wife, right?
yes.
Okay, but that he
Hired
served-
someone.
So he served his time. My only question, as I keep reading through all these, and I keep trying to find what has he been saying or doing since then, since he's been back in the band, that has caused his team. I know he's probably saying something behind the scenes on tour, on the tour bus, behind in the green
There's
room.
100% something else going on.
It's
There has
something
to
else
be.
going on. Yeah, because they
like that's what makes me mad about the whole situation. Like fucking, if this is why I'll never be rich and famous or any of that shit, because if something happens, I'm gonna fucking tell about it. Like all these, what you just said, they're all just posting the same shit. I'm gonna come to you and be like, this motherfucker beat his wife in front of me, or this motherfucker did this. Like, I'm not gonna fucking not tell people. Like, if me and my wife broke up, I'm gonna tell everybody why, because everybody knows us from Facebook and shit like that.
Yeah,
I would tell you why. If I cheated or something like that, I'd be like, I stuck my dick where it didn't belong. This whole being fucking vague shit is so stupid.
Well, and they're doing. I mean, they quit the band, so there's someone saying something as to why they're not saying. Now, there was rumors going around that he beat his wife, and that's why they left. But she came out. Of course, she's gonna fucking say it didn't happen.
Of course,
right.
So she came out and said unequivocally never happened, or some fucking weird.
She never used that word in her life.
She did. She did.
Her life.
Whoever wrote it for her on
I can't even say the fucking word, bro.
That was As I Lay Dying's publicist that wrote that for her.
Yeah, 100%. Unequivocally.
So maybe he did. I mean, he's obviously not a good guy. Now, isn't As I Lay Dying supposed to be a Christian band?
They started out that way, if I'm not mistaken.
And then he hires a hitman, and then he doesn't even do that much jail time.
Yeah, he got out on good behavior. So
yeah,
peeling this back, and you just mentioned the wife saying something and defending him. It's like, girl, you're a victim. You were a victim the first time around, and you let him back in your life, and to each his own.
Is it the same girl that he's with?
Yeah,
no,
he's trying to kill.
No,
I thought
this is a new girl.
Oh, okay.
This is a new girl. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a new girl because they talk about his ex-wife and stuff like that, and they never call her the ex-wife. It's his now girlfriend. My question is, how fucked up are you? Like, if I heard some girl was like, if I was single and I heard some girl put out a hit on her husband or something like that, you're off limits. I like crazy, but I'm not fucking. There's no way. Why would you? Why? That's bad meat.
Do you think their band could ever even get as big or get really, really famous with everyone knowing that he tried to kill his wife? Would that always linger over them anyways?
Well, it always has, actually, since they've been back.
I don't see
why
how
don't
he
the band
came
just
back.
kick him out and start their own band called As I Lay Dying?
I don't know.
He'll sue him. He's
You
probably
think
got.
you think
He
he
probably
owns the
owns
rights
all
to it?
that. Yeah, he probably owns all that.
Yeah, he probably started it, all those kinds of
That's
things.
why
Well,
the
who
original.
knows? All we're saying is, As I Lay Dying members who are leaving, and please let us know exactly why, because all I keep seeing is people like, okay, I'm leaving As I Lay Dying now. I'm no longer supporting them. Okay, we know why you're not, but why is the band? What's going on with the band? I have tons of questions that aren't getting answered, and it's pissed me off.
Dude, if Refind ever broke up, I'm gonna tell everybody why. I would. If one of the guys pissed me off or something, I'd be like, look, me and him couldn't come to terms. I'm not gonna do that whole, oh, we're leaving on good terms, we wish them well, and all that shit.
That's what they're doing. That's fucking lies. They're lying.
We wish you well. We wish you well. One of them was talking about how his morals were questioned all of a sudden. Bitch, you joined a fucking attempted murderer's fucking band. You're talking about now your morals are fucking questioned? Get the fuck out of here, dude. They're so full of shit.
I know.
They're so full. Just tell me why. What'd you see? What did you see? What did you hear?
Did he actually murder someone at a show and then you guys help bury it?
He tried to ask them to put a hit on somebody or something.
I think either he beat his wife or fucking he's a child molester or something. Something has to be going on. But what's even weirder is their 2019 album is no longer on streaming services. They took that down from streaming services. Yeah. And they, As I Lay Dying, came out and said, and I went to I think it was either their website or Livewire, whatever, Loudwire, whatever.
Yeah.
That said that they had a 5-year deal with the distribution company, and that's expired now. The rights go back to just the band owning it. But if it's on streaming,
could be.
let's just leave it on streaming though.
No,
Like, the whole album's gone.
So you have to take it down because it's underneath that distribution company. So you take it down
like
and
copyright
then
almost.
Yeah, so you and then you re-upload it again. Yep. Now you'll get Sebastian, kind of like this show. Remember, we had to kind of take it off and then re-upload it, and then we get back all those streams from Spotify.
Right. Like but he's saying that he's not sure when it's going to be uploaded because they're still working out the details. So maybe there's another. Maybe the band members, maybe there's some lawsuit going on, and so they took it off for right now.
Maybe one of the other members does own that music, like the old guitarist or something.
Yeah.
He might own rights.
He could be. So, and then they have they're coming. This is the worst time for them to break up because they're coming out with a brand new album November 15th. Yep. That's set to release. So there goes touring and all that shit.
Or maybe this is all just PR and we've been bamboozled.
No, they're gone. I bet they're gone. I'd be fucking gone. There's no way I'd go to that show. I'd be afraid I'd get fucking murdered. There's no way.
Yeah. Well, how about going to a show, performing at a show, and then all of a sudden, months later, get arrested like Wiz Khalifa?
He got arrested that night.
He got arrested.
Yeah, he was in Romania at a concert, smoking. Dude, he's fucking Wiz Khalifa. The festival is called Please! ! Please! Okay. I never heard of that festival, but apparently it's a European one. I don't know.
Song he has is about weed.
I know.
How are they surprised?
Well, I think Romania has strict laws. It's classified as like a very dangerous narcotic.
It's like Romania. With what's her name when she went to Russia and got busted? Brittany Garner.
With that vape pen, yeah.
With the THC. She went to Germany. Was it
Russia?
It was Russia.
He had 18.53 grams of weed, which I don't know how much that is.
That's a lot of.
And a joint. 18.5.
18.5 grams.
Yeah.
That's not even an ounce, bro.
How much is it with your hand?
Ounce is 28. No, wait, ounce is 16. My bad. I'm stupid. Sorry.
Yeah. That's a lot.
I'm the one that smokes. What an idiot.
I know. Yeah. We're the non-smokers.
I don't know.
My bad.
I thought it was like 3 ounce or 3 grams per ounce or something like that. See, this is the reason.
No. 28. It's 28 grams an ounce. It's 28 grams. It's 28 grams. 28 grams is an ounce. So he had 10 grams less than an ounce. That's not that much.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to imagine it in my head and I can't. Like how much? So if you buy like an eighth, right? Is that just like
3.5?
Is that like a nugget, like 2 nuggets, 3 nuggets?
Yeah, 2 or 3 nugs. Depends on the size of them and stuff. There's a lot of factors here.
There's
a lot of factors here.
How many eighths of weed equal 18.53 grams?
No,
I'm sure he's got some fluffy stuff. So it was probably like both hands together. That's how much weed he had.
So but you shouldn't take it anyways. If you know it's illegal in Romania, first you shouldn't go on stage and smoke, think you're going to get away with it in a country that you would think they prep these artists. Hey man, I know you're a big weed smoker. You built your whole career and your image off weed, and he even has his own weed called Khalifa Kush or something like that. But don't bring it to Romania. Leave it in the country over.
Dude, to be fair, we're not really strict like Romania and South Carolina, but I was at an Afro Man concert one time and he was clearly smoking a lot of weed on stage, and I lit up a blunt in the crowd with some friends, and police come up to us and said, "Put that shit out. If I have to tell you again, you're going to jail."
It's not legal there?
No. This was when I was like fucking 20. So this is like 17 years ago.
Hella illegal then.
Yeah, hella illegal then. And I was like, but Afro Man's up there smoking it, and he goes, huh. He's like, yeah, that's fucking Afro Man. And I was like,
it's
oregano. On the floor. I was like, you fucking asshole.
It's stage weed.
So Wiz you would think Wiz probably was just, he does it at all his shows. So he's probably like, fuck it, I'd do it here too, bitch. You know?
Yeah.
Well, so he got arrested that night. I guess he got out. He's supposed to go back. Well, I wouldn't even fucking go back.
No.
Hell, like the United States isn't going to extradite him to Romania for fucking weed charges. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You're going to send Dog the Bounty Hunter after him, bro.
Yep.
You have Dog the Bounty Hunter up his ass.
All right, let's take our last break. And let's take our last break. We'll be right back after this.
All right. That was a good song.
I fuck with them. Like they're borderline they're borderline on that fucking what we were just talking about a minute ago, but they're good. They're good.
Yeah,
they're good.
But I don't even, dude. I could talk. We could sit here and all day talk about how all these bands sound the fucking same.
Yeah.
And it's the one. Don't people realize it's the different ones that get famous? Like, you know, the System of a Downs, the Linkin Parks at the time. You know, the Fred Durst, the Limp Bizkits.
All these bands have like their time. Like, they all try to follow this style for a while, and then it dies out, and it's something new that everybody else tries to fucking follow. I wrote a song about it recently. It was the first song our first new song in like a year.
Nice.
Yeah, copycat.
I think you said that. I think you mentioned that.
Yeah.
So when is it? It's the way life is.
And when is that coming out?
We're going into the studio November.
So about a year from now?
Yeah, no, it'll definitely be like January, February, hopefully.
Nice.
That's me calling out Jordan. I'll tell you what's not same thing applies not only in music but also arts and entertainment, aka movies. Have you ever figured out like all these movies are kind of the same?
Oh my god,
especially horror movies.
Not Terrifier. Terrifier's different.
Terrifier's different. Watch it, guys. And I went back and watched the first one since it's Terrifier 3 and Iceman Kills and all this stuff, and I was like, all right, let's go see what it's about. Oh,
gore porn.
Yeah,
it's gore porn.
I haven't seen number 3 yet, but I've seen number 1 and number 2.
I seen number 1 and number 2.
Yep.
I didn't like 2 as much as I liked 1.
I like 2 better.
Yeah, see, but
dude, that little girl, that part was fucking weird.
Yeah,
the little girl clown. I haven't seen 3 yet.
The girl clown in the second.
In the second one, yeah.
That
fucking was weird, bro. But I like it. I fuck with it.
Yeah. So we can all agree that most of them, except for Terrifier, it's the same script over and over. So my question to you is, out of these, we don't have movies like we did before, like, you know, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Chucky. I would even say, you know, like Michael Myers, so Halloween. The first It, you know, before this whole Demi Gordon. So I got a question for you guys. Question is, who is scarier to you, Jason Voorhees or Freddy?
Freddy.
Yeah, I agree, Freddy, because he can kill your
dreams, man.
Yeah, he can kill.
You can't sleep.
You can't sleep.
If I lay down, I'm going to fucking sleep. Like, there's no laying down. Like, I can't do it. I'll die.
Yeah, I think eventually he's going to get you. Whereas Jason, you can kind of outrun him a little bit. I'm just saying.
A little while.
He's always walking. I didn't never seen him run ever. No. So just run far away, Forrest. Run. That's it.
Keep running forever.
Who else we got?
All right, Megan, and that's that new movie with the kind of the animatronic robot, and stuff like that, or Chucky.
I'm gonna go with Chucky just because I don't know Megan yet.
Chucky, and I agree. I agree, Chucky, and I'll tell you why. Because he's possessed, and he can't really ever die.
No.
Yeah.
Whereas Megan, you just unplug her ass. That's it. You'll be like, you're done. You're done.
What's the last one here?
The last one here. Michael Myers or Pennywise?
I'm gonna go. That's tough. I think Pennywise probably. Because Michael Myers you can outrun him also, but I would trip and fall. Obviously, you know.
That's right. That's what happens.
That's what's gonna happen.
I saw a meme somewhere. It's like, I'll just wait. Some stupid white girl's gonna trip and fall, and I'll catch up to her.
I'll go Pennywise.
Which is always tripping.
Pennywise.
Yeah, I go Pennywise too. He's freaky.
And I'm the same way. I'm in the same boat. And I'll tell you why. Because Pennywise is a demigorgon. He's from a different realm kind of thing. Whereas
this is the first thing we've all agreed on. Like,
I know. First time ever.
Like every single thing we all agreed on.
We all did say Freddy Krueger also.
Yeah. No, we said it all. We all agreed
on all this segment. Yeah.
On everything. Everything.
And before we get out of here, I do want to let everybody know. Red Vines are way better than Twizzlers. That's all the time we got on the podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow, share, whatever the fuck we say. Peace out. I can't even do it. Peace out. Rock on and much love.
This is the Loud Spot outro by nothing short of tragic. Is this all talk with no action? No. Is this my thoughts with distraction? No. Is this what I bought that's in fashion? Or is this the Loud Spot with Sebastian? Yes. Does nothing short of tragic have us back again? Yes. Does everything that's good really have to end? Yes. A pimp host has to pimp show, so to get more episodes, make an order, this is over.